Yes, welcome back to another episode of Giant Endeavours. It's 2 days until my wedding. Got to go to Mexico, so we've got a proper busy day today. I've got my wedding haircut done, the missus is out getting her nails done, and her eyelashes and all that stuff, so I've got a couple of hours to get all these clones done, get everything moved around and prep for the trip away. I'll be gone for 10 days. It's been stressing me out. I've got loads of other stuff on my mind, but the worst thing will be coming back from a beautiful wedding and all the plants being dead. So we're going to go through these plants today. We're going to have to move some stuff around and get going. Busy. It's pretty early in the morning. It's not even had a shower yet, but it's not about beauty here, it's about graft. Oh yeah, I got my teeth sorted as well. I don't know if anyone cares, but I had a massive chip in my tooth. So we're looking fresh, wedding fresh. But unfortunately, these plants are not wedding fresh. So we're gonna have to get these sorted. These looking a little bit malnourished in there. And then we've got the ones up here too. So my stuff getting packed. And yeah, so we'll turn you around here. Right, so we're in the tent. PMZ looking fucking yellow. PMZ1 looking alright, PMZ1 looking alright, but this PMZ2 is proper deficient, so we're going to have to get that in a new pot and take some clones off it. These two re-veg ones, this one's not looking good at all, looks like it's going to die, so I'm thinking about just chopping that before we leave and getting rid of it, because it's literally going yellow and white and it looks proper dead. This one's still got a bit of life in it, it's changing, it's starting to get some foxtails on there and stuff, so hopefully they might grow some shoots, but we'll see. I've got the G-Wiz again, shoots are coming up here, nice. So today is the 13th, so yeah, I've got 2 days before my flight. I have to get these plants on the move. I've got some leftover Queen of the South here as well, there's another Queen of the South. And then in the bedroom, this is the packing, all the stuff. And then in here, we've got the sugarcane, the frozen supersonic, and 2 more Queen of the Souths. So I'm thinking I might just ditch these 2 Queen of the South, just get rid of them, chop them down, save the soil, and move everything around. So a big day. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. As you know, I don't plan anything on this. I literally just sit in bed, think about it, and then dive out of bed, hit record and do it. So as the guy from Green Magic Gardening says, Ribby boy, we're keeping it fucking raw, real and 100. So he's a legend. You should go and check out some of his videos. I've learned a lot from that guy, Green Magic Gardening. And his little cat Gingy. Right. So these ones, I don't know if we're going to repot them, I don't know if we're going to clone them, strip them, but I'm going to have to get you on a time lapse and yeah, figure it out. Proper busy day today. I've also realised, God, I'm stuttering on this stuff. I don't know if I'm going to edit this or whatever, but damn, busy. I also realise I don't have any more Root Riot cubes for cloning. Got 2 left. So, I'm gonna have a dig around in the cupboard. Let's have a dig around in the cupboard. I'll just do it now rather than talking about it, because we've got to get going. I'm sure I've got some kind of plugs. Yeah. Is this light on? There we go, light's on. It's a wipe as well. Right. Effort. Somewhere in here, I'm sure I've got some old plugs, or like some of those coins that you soak and they expand. It's going to be a mission. Oh, actually, might not be a mission. Oh, right. So I've never used these. These are old cocoa plugs, but they're gonna have to do, guys, because I don't have any of the other ones. But I'll be honest, last time I used these I didn't have a great success. The Root Riot cubes did give me a good success. Also, these came in a tray, but the tray was broken and cracked, so I've popped them all out and put them in. So I don't even have anything to hold them up. Maybe if I use some of a, maybe use that, that'll fit inside the dome. Have to clean it all. Oh man, I can't believe how much I've got to do in the next 2 days. Whoa. Well, they're going to have to do. So we're going to have to soak them. I'm not going to have time to do a proper class teaching episode on these plugs. I do have a detailed episode of doing my own clones in season 1. So go and check that out. Because I just don't have time right now, guys. I'm going to be totally honest. So I'm going to have to repot one of those. We've got an auto flower as well that needs repotting. The sprouts come up, it's looking all right, but I think the pot's too small for it to survive while I'm away. What's this? 60%. The dehumidifier also has to be on, but the actual dehumidifier is this one here, and it has to be emptied with a drawer manually, unless you put the outflow pipe and rig it out. So I'm gonna have to do that, but obviously I can't put the outflow pipe anywhere. Stuff everywhere, man. Can't put the outflow pipe anywhere unless it's hanging over the toilet upstairs or hanging out over that drain pipe just down there. So I think I have to bring the dehumidifier down here, leave this door open. Hopefully this tent doesn't dry out too much, but it has happened in the past. So we're just gonna wing it and see what happens. Right. Wow. This is procrastination station here. So, good morning, family. So, let's get this done. Put these plugs in here. How many have we got? To count them first. We need to make sure we get enough clones with the PMZ, 1 and 2, and then we'll get a few of the sugarcane, the frozen supersonic. Maybe we'll have enough. What are the odds of that? That I literally have 4 left and 4 there. Oh, it was meant to be, guys. Meant to be. And I haven't pre-counted them out, honestly. They've been in a bag there for about 2 years. So, let's see what happens. No way. That's mental how that worked out. Right then. And yeah, it's weird as well, actually, because that's been cut off. I cut off a few rows of this as well. So it's not even like I would have pre-counted them. Maybe it's to be. So we've got 1 4 is 4, 2 4s are 8, 3 4s are 12, 4 4s are 16, 5 4s are 20, 6 4s are 24, 7 4s are 28. 28 clones. Got about 6 strains. It's definitely a good few of each. So I think we're going to repot the G-Wiz, the auto flower, and maybe ditch these 2. So we'll keep sugarcane and frozen supersonic. So we'll bring these 2 down. This one and this one, G-Wiz and pineapple auto from Humboldt. loud, that fan. Okay. So, Pineapple Auto is looking fresh. It's definitely on the way. Maybe I might just top that up actually and just leave it. That might be fine for 10 days. Still got a bit of weight in that. Yeah. Might leave this one as well actually. Got my heads up my ass today, proper confused on what to do. But we need to get the clones done for sure. So I don't know about repotting these. Only watered them last night. That was the tight one. Don't know if anyone remembers how tight it was. It didn't look like it was going to do a sprout at all, but there you go. We've got 3 shoots coming off it, maybe more. So that's all good. And we've got 2 more of these as well. So we've got 3 monster crops that are proper on the way. Put them back upstairs actually. Yeah, upstairs. All right. So we need to worry about clones today. What's this? Frozen Supersonic. Did a little trim out under there a few days ago, just to kind of prep some top branches to kind of make some clones. So they're doing all right. They should definitely need to go in a bigger pot as well, but just gonna allow them to veg out while I'm away. It's only 10 days, but a lot can happen in 10 days, so you just don't know. But yeah, I just give them a little dark cycle. Right now, all the plants that are vegging are on 24 and 0. So now is a good time to give them a dark cycle, because at least for, 18 hours they'll be on, 6 hours they'll be in the dark. They'll have a rest for 6 hours, but they'll still be growing and photosynthesizing when the light comes on, which could make them shoot up, it could slow them down, I honestly don't know. But that's what it's all about. It is about experimenting in the environment that you've got. And ultimately, making sure you've got backups if anything dies, which is what we need to do right now. So Frozen Supersonic, PMZ2, PMZ1 upstairs, and the sugarcane. Get all these plugs soaked and get onto it. Let's see what we can do. Don't have any prepped water today. Literally just didn't even fill it up like a dummy. Got a million and one things to worry about. But like I was saying in the last episode, sometimes this is life and we can't always edit it and do it nice and beautiful. But we need to get going anyway. So we've got a litre of water here, just bottled water, straight bottled filtered water. We'll put in, don't want too much, but we'll put in say a little bit of root juice. Let's see what root juice recommends for plugs. Okay, so that's alright for a little bit of a plug soak. We'll use just 2 ml per litre. And we'll also be using the Clone X of course as well. So 2 ml. I mean, to pH this kind of a little bit lower than usual, so around 5.8. So we would say 5.6 for hydro and whatever else, but this is organic and it's got a good buffer, so we're going to go for around just under 5.8, 5.8ish. Anything higher than that apparently can burn out the plants, sometimes it can ruin them. So we just need to keep it a little bit lower on the spectrum. Just do a little 3 drips there, see what that comes to. Still pretty high. Just Dropping up to 7.0. A few more drips. 1, 2, 3. So that does us. So now it's saying 6.3. 6.4. So it's usually good for roughly around the big plants. But we need to, as it's clones, it needs to be a little bit lower. 1, 2 maybe. Alright, down to 6, 5.8, 6. Still saying 6.1. Not got time for this today, fam. 5.9. Oh, 8, 9. Is it 8? Is it 9? One more drip. Oh, let's see, 5.8. Oh, 9. We'll do one. One more. Tip that scale. Alright, happy days. 5.8, 5.7. Right, so we've got the root juice in there, and we've got that roughly at 5.7, 5.8. So now we've got this in here. I mean, this should be a little bit cleaner, but guys, I'm sorry, not got time. So this is how it is. We'll just pour this in over these plugs. Hopefully let these soak a little bit, make them nice and soft. Take some cuts. Right, so they're all soaking. We'll give them 15, 20 minutes or something. That should do the job. Big day. Cutting corners, taking names, breaking necks, cashing checks. That's about it. So which ones are we going to kill off? Might as well just do it now. Messing around. So we're going to kill this one. I'm going to kill this one. Murder. Proper healthy. What a shame. I'm just going to do it now. I'll just push everything over. Whoa. Alright. Oh, I don't even have any scissors. Alright. Sorry ladies. It was repotted. Oh, it's looking so green, that one as well. That one's a bit yellow. That one's a bit green. I think we'll keep that one. Let's see what the other two look like first before we start killing stuff. This one and this one. What are we saying? That one in it. That one's way healthier. Right, so we're killing this one. Scissors. Oh. Is that the yellower one? Look greener down here. Yeah, it was. Picked up the yellow one. Right, so That's a yellow one, that's a yellow one, this is a green one. Back upstairs with the green. Getting the chuffing steps in today, aren't we? Right, that one in there, that one back in there. Okay, now we commit some murder. Oh man, sorry ladies. She's like, I'm not going. Don't kill me. I haven't done it. It's breaking my heart. Oh, it's gotta go. See you later. Okay. So they're only tiny, but 2 more pots can really take up a load of space. I don't need it. I'll get rid of them. Still soaking. So at least we've got some soil there left over. Still got some worm castings and stuff in there. We'll deal with that later. Clonex. We need some razor blades. Where are they? Blade. Yeah. So, as I'm saying, this is just a mad cloning session. But ultimately, this is what really does help me get a better success rate with the clones. That real clean cut through the branch doesn't damage any of the pipes or the tubes that go through the kind of stem. So obviously if you break them, it's not got anywhere to suck up the nutrients from. So as long as you get a nice clean cut, then the holes are still kind of fine and open, not all mashed up and broken because you've chopped it or used crappy scissors. But when you get that clean cut right through it, perfect for cloning. So we've got the clones. So we'll do this one first. What's this one? Frozen Supersonic. Take a few out of there. Oh. Yeah. Stressing me out today. Chiefs and... Oh, mad noises in my house. Right, do you know what? It's all stressing me out, it's all becoming too much. I'm gonna have to go and blaze one. So, back at the grow box. I have to stop cloning for a minute. Got a lot going on. Not even had a shower. Let's put this hat on. I don't even know, look, because you can't see the camera because I'm turned around, but I don't even care. So, let's just blaze a little do. Calm down a bit. So yeah, should calm down a little bit. Give the plants the attention they deserve. Some pink milk, by the way. You can see it. See if the focus is on the middle. Looking frosty. It's a little tester nug. That's the PMZ1. Again. But most of these now, just curing off in a, got them in a dry plant pot with a little bag for life. And all of these pots now, 63, are slowly coming to the right one. What's this one saying? 61 now, with pink milk. So they're all slowly coming around. They're all looking good, 62. But you can't keep opening them. This stuff doesn't do its job. You need to create like a little microclimate inside the bag. So I've had to strap them up because sometimes if the bag's too big as well, you can have just a load of air floating around in the bag, so you need to make sure you wrap them up in this Grove bag. And people say you don't have to burp these bags, but you definitely do have to burp them, because I put stuff in there when it was dry in the room. The tent, sorry, was saying it was 60, 62. Trimmed it all, put it back in the bag, went up to 70, left it for a few days. It didn't go down at all. It only went down once I opened it. So these aren't zero burp bags, you know, you do have to burp them, but I only burped them for 1 or 2 days, and then it was sound. It was right back to 60, 61, chilling. I made sure I burped them at night as well. When it was outside, it was cooler and it was drier. I don't really burp them during the day, so I usually just like on the bedtime joint, go outside, open up all the bags, blaze the doob, and then about 15-20 minutes or something, and then they've had time to air out, and then I seal them back up again. So you only burp them outside at night. Inside's too humid. Sometimes you end up trapping humidity into the bag and it kind of does release, but it doesn't release if there's like 5 or 10% more. If there's 1 or 2% more, then yeah, eventually it will if you leave it for a good few days. But yeah, I've still had to burp them, but they're doing fine now. So they'll be curing off now for the next 10, 12, maybe 14 days, something like that. I'll be gone away in 2 days for 10 days. So yeah, 12 days, maybe 13, depending on what time I get back. So they'll be there just waiting, curing, chilling. But for now, we've got a little mixed stash of all of them. I've got like a bud or 2 from each, and that's just what we're out of until we leave. So which one we're going to blaze? Let's do a little mix actually. Let's do a little bit of frozen, pink milk, a little corner of PMZ in there as well. So we've got like a frozen pink milk PMZ doob. Do you know, I also just realised, I was like thinking the other day, just talking to the missus, and this PMZ that I've got is permanent marker cross Kush Mints cross Skittles. And it was in brackets. It's permanent marker standalone crossed with Kush Mints crossed with Skittles. So that was one thing. But then I realised that Skittles cross Kush Mints is Blue Sushi. So I don't know if my PMZ is Blue Sushi cross permanent marker, or is it just permanent marker crossed Kush Mints crossed with Skittles. It's mad how it works out, but I don't really know how you put provenance on that, or how you would put like, I don't know, even know what to call it. Surely someone out there will let me know in the comments. If it's a permanent marker cross Kush Mints cross Skittles, is that in theory permanent marker cross Blue Sushi? Or should I not say that it's not Blue Sushi because that's Tenko's, but this is a Doja seed. So I don't know. Mine pot. All right. I'm back in a minute. Right, so back from the moment of chill. All right, so we've got these plugs soaking in the water there for around 15-20 minutes or something. I'll take them out. 15-20 minutes or something. And yeah, so we'll shake them off. Get them back into this tray. Should have washed this tray out, but just don't care today. So we'll shake these off a little bit, make sure they dry out. Definitely wet enough. Let's hope they work. There's no reason why they shouldn't, but at the same time they are just old. They've dried out, proper dried out, and then been in the back of that cupboard for at least a year. Maybe we don't use all of them, I'll just get them in there anyway, and at least they can help regulate some humidity. If you just have 1 or 2 clones in the dome and there's only 1 or 2 plugs, a bit of water on the bottom, eventually that water dries out. So yeah, humidity domes are good, but the ones that I've got, they're not proper good. So some of the moisture is released, don't seal exactly properly. Last few in here, and we'll have to find some kind of a tray to put them in. I think we've got one at the back of the cupboard. Let's have a quick look. We'll drain this water out as well. All right, sweet. So I do have a tray. Didn't think I had one. I have to give that a bit of a clean though. God damn. So we are dry, clean, soaked. plugs are done. The lid's upstairs on the heat mat, and they'll stay in the bathroom grow on the heat mat. So we've got the so we'll order them this way to this way. We've got Frozen Supersonic, PMZ2, PMZ1, the sugarcane, and that's it, I think. 4. Is that it? Oh, I don't even know, my head's falling off today. We're just going to keep going anyway, so we'll do Frozen Supersonic first. Frozen Supersonic. Get some Clone-X, can't go wrong with a bit of Clone-X. I try and use all that aloe vera and stuff and all that, but some of that stuff only works well if you've got perfect conditions, you've done everything bang on. This stuff, it's got a bit of iodine in it that kind of cleans the cut, so it's kind of good all around with that. It's not too expensive, you only need a little pot if you're just doing a few like me. Right, let's see. So again, I'll just bring this a bit closer if you can see. We need to clip anywhere under one of these main joints. So it would be there, or there, or there. And then make sure we scrape it off underneath. But I've got another episode about this where I show you a lot closer. Again, like I was saying guys, I'm getting married in a few days and I'm in a mega rush. So we're going for it. 3, 2, 1, no messing about. Clone, numero uno, Shizer. Let's go for this one. That one feels pretty strong. Right, let's do it. Cut. So we chopped it just underneath the join, and then we'll cut that off. Bang. We'll cut off the next one. Bang. And we've got the cut here. So really, you don't need that top bit. And get rid of these leaves maybe. Oh shit. There we go. So that'll do. Let's give it a go. So we scratch it all off. This exposes some of the plant so that the hormones will get in there and it'll help it root a bit faster, hopefully. That's the idea. We'll clean this up a little bit, get them little tails off. That's should be a nice little cut there. See how it goes. So normally I don't recommend doing this, but as I'm in a rush, I'm just going to dip it straight in. People say you shouldn't dip it straight into the Clone-X because if a bit of plant falls off into the Clone-X, it's probably going to start rooting, or some kind of reaction is going to start happening in there. If you get some biomass in there, then it's probably just going to start activating and doing something. But I'm in a rush, I'm using this pot only once, so we're off. This is what's happening. Dip that in there. Let's go in the first one. And there we go. Obviously, you should be wearing gloves, you should be doing a lot of stuff. This is my grow vlog. Don't try this at home. Joke. But yeah, in a rush. So that's what's happening. If you want to see a nice, decent, sterile episode, go back to season 1, guys. So that's the first one. We've got here the second one. That around there. That'll do. We'll chop off that as well. There we go, scratch it up. Back into the pot direct, which we would never normally do, and straight into the plug. Boom. Number 2. sure it's a bit more gloopier than that. I don't remember it dripping off that quick. It's been a few months since I've used it, but that looks like it's been diluted, doesn't it? That looks lighter, and it's dripping way too fast. Every time I've used it, it's never dripped that fast. Look at that, it's like liquid. Don't even know where I bought this from either. Maybe it was giving me a dodgy bottle. I don't remember that happening. Should have another one down here. Right, let's test it. That's proper watery, and that one, there's not much left in this one. That's why I opened the new one. I don't know. Let's test it. Let's get a long stick. There we go. That's the new one. Drippy. This is the old one. Oh, way thicker. I'm gonna suck it up, it's that thick. What? Yeah. Yo, I'm not even joking, I think I've just got a watered down bottle there. That is way more liquidy, no way. Can't even remember where I bought it from. But I don't need inconsistencies like that today. Shit. Right, well I'm gonna use the old bottle then. Oh, no way. Just gonna have to squirt some in there or something. Just hope it works. That's annoying. I don't know. Well, I don't have time to be solving mysteries right now, but we'll just get some of the old one in there. We'll inject the plugs with these little... Woof. Alright. Yeah. This is not the day to be in a rush, filming, doing stuff. But we gotta do the plants! So, we'll just inject these with the roots real quick. At least then we know it's got some of the old bottle in it. Don't need much, do only need a tiny bit. Oh no. Don't start this. Right, still recording, but the light's gone off, so I don't even care. No light today! Right, whatever, that's all we're doing. 3 of those maybe, we should cut another one off. So, going for this last one here. There we go. Right, so the battery died. Obviously, on the one day that I really need to get going, can't film it because the phone's dead. I didn't realise, but we've got 4 frozen supersonic, 4 sugarcane, and 4 PMZ1. I just brought the PMZ1 down, thought the camera was filming, trimmed them all off, wasn't filming. But I've realised that's all I'm going to do, because we've got loads of PMZ2s anyway. My friend also has a good few copies of the PMZ2. He loves that plant, so that's fine. I've definitely got backups of the PMZ2. It's just the PMZ1, the sugarcane and the frozen supersonic, so that'll do. We've got 3 lots of 4 in there, and then I might just space these out. So we'll do like, you know, put an empty row in between them, and then that should give all enough space as well. Right, so we've got them spaced out. They kind of spread out nicely. We've got 5.8, 5.9, something like that, 5.8, 5.9, it keeps changing, but yeah, it's roughly about right. So that's half a litre with 1 mil of the root juice in there as well. And then we've pH'd it down to 5.8. So we'll just pour a little bit into the bottom. Just let that cover the bottom there. See how much. It should do. Don't want it too deep. We do want it just to rest in there. Just a little splash more. Alright. That should keep them nice and moist in the dome. We'll get that upstairs now. Just put the tape on there as well, so we can write on it. If we find a Sharpie somewhere. Who knows? I think there's one upstairs. So these just down there. Okay, I'm gonna drop everything. Whoa! So switch that back on. Put that in as well. Alright, watch that dodgy blade. So, in here we've got the dome. Oh yeah, I actually forgot about these. These are germinating. These are some date palms that I got from inside some dates, the actual stones. I don't know if they germinate. Apparently it's super difficult to germinate them. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, it'd be good to have some cool palm trees in the garden, so might as well give them a go, try and germinate them. So we have that, and let's see. We'll use this, we'll turn these bars around, turn the face up, and then we'll just rest that upside down on there, and that usually does the job. There we go, we'll just get a pen. Alright, so we know the first one was frozen supersonic, the next one was the sugar cane, and this one is the PMZ. And we know that it'll be 10 or 13 days, so you don't usually put the date on it, but we don't have to because I'll be back within 10-13 days, so that'll do. Just make enough space for that on the heat mat. Make sure the thermometer's there as well. So the heat mat will stay roughly at around 23, 24, something like that. Make sure it just doesn't go over 26, and that should keep everything nice and toasty. Slide them in there onto the heat mat, and that's the bathroom grow. We'll get the thermometer, which is for that. So if we just stick that underneath, that will then set it. Let's see what it's set to. It's set to 25. You can see that. So that's it, set to 25. Now it's on 23.3. So every time that gets to 25 degrees, it'll shut off. and then it'll get cooler again, and then when it gets to like around 20, 21, it'll set back up again, and that'll keep the clones going there for another 10, 14 days, something like that. We won't even pull them out until around 2 weeks, but hopefully they root. Hopefully we've done enough there to keep some genetics alive. But if not, I do have some friends that have got copies of these, but you know, you don't want to be the guy going to the guy you gave it to saying, can I have one back? So we do our best, take care of them, and hopefully we can get that perpetual harvest going. I've got a humidity gauge in here as well, we'll just leave that there. And that's it. Light off. So there we go. Goodbye for now from the toilet grow. Heat mat, humidity dome, clones are rocking. Next job. So we need to pull all of these out and get these organised, because I've got a feeling that that one is going to stretch massively and we won't have the space for it. This one's not looking good, guys. I don't think I'm going to leave it until I get back. It's taking up a lot of space. It's pretty big, and that is just looking absolutely peppered now. It's done. It looks frosty though, it still looks good, but it doesn't smell of anything. It just smells like kind of, you know, shit, really. But this one is doing all right. It's still green. As I was saying, it's got the foxtails on it, so we're going to keep that in there. Actually, to save, it's taking up a lot of space on top of that pot, so to save some space, we'll stick this one in here. Now we've got some room. So we'll move that over there. And maybe this pot will be sound there. That's much better out of the way, that. All right, good progress. Keep that there for now. Now we've got the space. Right. Right, so there's the new order. That one's a bit bigger, so I'll stick that at the back. Put the little babies in there. And then we've got the two average sized plants on the outside. So these won't stretch out too much anymore. They definitely will go sideways, so I have to train them one more time when we get back, and then I'll flip them into flower. I've decided that I'm going to keep the whole house in veg while I'm away. I think the flip would just stress them out a bit too much. I'm not there to maintain the humidity, the temperature, open the door, whatever, feed them right, you know. So even if it's just the first week, I'd rather hit that first week of flower while I'm back. So everything's going to stay in veg. We'll keep it consistent. The light's only at 20%. This is the Spider Farmer G3000. It's a 300 watt light. So I don't even know, 20% at 300 watt, it's barely anything. But it seems to be efficient enough. When it was a little bit higher and it was at 50%, we were stressing these out. You could see the curling in the leaves a little bit. But now I've changed it, that curling there, it's kind of sorting itself out a little bit. So it definitely likes a smaller percentage in veg. This light's only 300 watts, but it's definitely efficient. I've had that on 20 or 30%, and it's sometimes battered the plants when it's come downstairs from a 100 watt. That's why I don't understand. If this is a 300 watt light, the one downstairs is a 100 watt light. If I put this at 50% power, in theory, is that not 150 watts light, you know, roughly 50% of a 300 watt light? But I'm slowly learning that it doesn't work out like that. It's just not that case. So you can't even say that this is less than 100 watts, because it probably is. It's 20% of 300, but it's way more efficient than a 100 watt light, if that makes any sense. But I'm slowly figuring that out. Right, so we're going to kill this off. I still need to get packing. What else have we got going here? Right, so brought this one back downstairs. The pink milk re-veg. It doesn't look like it's having it. It's just so dead looking. Just don't know, guys. It's only been 2 weeks, but it's not showing any signs of life at all. Like even the other one has got a little bit of more movement in it, but this is just getting whiter, crispier and crispier, and I think it's gonna take up some room. And to be honest, as I'm trying that pink milk, that version of the pink milk, it looks great, but it doesn't taste amazing. You know, it's nothing like crazy new or anything that makes you go, whoa. It just looks great. So it tricks you right up until the last minute. But I guarantee if I would have had, you know, a good amount of seeds, I bet I'd find one there that's got the smell and the look. But again, right now, I just don't have the time to be going through new strains. So it's adios for this one. And that's it. Don't even think I'm gonna dry it. It's like on 80 days or something. It is frosty. But yeah, that's it. Adios, re-veg. But hopefully the Candy Gas will re-veg. So we'll keep that in the bedroom grow under the Mars T5 LEDs, just like we did with the G-Wiz. And hopefully that lower LED, that more, I think they have more of a bluer spectrum, which kind of is better for more vegetative growth. So maybe I hit the light too hard with this one. I wasn't too happy about it. Maybe I could have done better. We can always do better. But for this plant, it's done. So pink milk is out of rotation. We'll get rid of that. Next job, we need to pull this tray out and just let these kind of float flat on the floor, so that you can have a bit more space. I think it's getting busy in there. Need to feed these again. I fed them last night, but they're drying up so fast. I can't believe how fast they're actually drying up. So I'm gonna just soak them again. Actually, I might keep them in this pot and use it. Maybe I could push that back, maybe put a few more in here. I've got a bit of space there. We'll see what we've got. But overall, it's gonna be a rush job. It's gonna be a fast job. And yeah, we'll just see how it is when we get back. All right, so we've chopped that, done some other stuff. Whew. That morning sun coming through there. Whew, we was up early. So the last job that we need to do now is just give these a good old trim. The sugarcane and the frozen supersonic. So we do have backups of the backups, and hopefully the clones survive. But overall, we just need to make sure that everything just lasts for a minimum 10 to 14 days. Let's trim this one out real quick. We'll give it a water, get it back in. It's looking a bit rough, but it'll do. So we'll just chop all these leaves off. Rapid job. Oh, it's getting messy on here. Big cleanup as well in a second. So there's the plant. All we need to do is strip off all the innards, and we're just leaving on some of the ends here. So if it was this branch, we'll start off at the bottom. That one, this one, this one. Clean it up. Maybe that one as well. Bottom 4. Next branch, let's see where we're going with this one. Probably cut that off. Don't need it. And we'll trim these branches down as well. Will do. So just taking off the bottom 4 or 5 nodes, and that should clean up the whole underneath of this place here. All under there, that's all too much. Don't need any of that. This is all additional energy and nutrients being used. And all we want is to focus it on the top. That's the main goal. So we'll take off all of these fan leaves as well, and then that'll make sure that we get enough light penetration throughout the plant to hit those lower growth spots. Right, there we go. A few more stray fan leaves here. As well, you can cut off any ones that look like they're dying or any ones that look like they're stressed. Again, that's going to take up more energy for the plant, trying to repair the leaf rather than creating new ones. So we'll just get rid of the old burnt ones. There's a few here that look like that, and you can see them. Got a little bit of kind of burn or malnourishment on them, maybe from the transplant, maybe from me soaking it too much, maybe not giving it enough. But either way, that indicates that something's gone wrong. So we need to keep an eye on that and correct it. But overall, we don't want to keep the leaves on there because the plant will burn energy trying to repair it. Just want the nice green ones. Get rid of the big fan leaves. We are good to go. There we go. Looking better already, nice and clean. Nothing dodgy on there. Nothing burnt. Oh, there's one. But nothing more, I don't think. Let's see. Alright. That's been in the upstairs bedroom grow. Too big now, so we're going to stick that also down here. Got enough space for that. Get the next one. Oh, this is a beast of a plant. What's this one? Frozen Supersonic. Rush job. Steps in on the stairs. Right, here's the next one. So we'll do the same again. Just going to take off all the low growth spots, any weak branches that we don't think we'll need. Anything that's not going to make it to the top, that one totally just taken out. We'll go up the branch. Oh, these scissors are covered in Clonex, sticky. So we're doing the same on this one, just whizzing through, taking off all that lower growth off, taking out all the bigger fan leaves so the light can get through. But this time, we're taking no prisoners, because we're on the clock today. So maybe we're going to make some mistakes, maybe stuff won't turn out the way it is. So maybe we're going to make some mistakes, Maybe things won't turn out the way we planned. But that's life. That's what all the people say. So we get all these little nodes off, little bits of flour. Scratch them all off, make sure nothing grows back. There we go. There's the frozen supersonic, trimmed, pruned, lollipops, whatever you want to call it, and we've took out all the leaves. Obviously some of these leaves are a bit dodgy because they was hitting the top of the bedroom grow, but the Mars T5 LEDs are all right. It's just they was literally touching it, pushed up right against the light. So again, we need to give it some space. We'll get them down here. Bam, new home for the frozen supersonic and what the fuck's that one? The sugar cane, obviously. All right, that's pretty much for it for this tent. I'm just going to leave them, see how they get on. We'll clean up the rest of this crap, and the tent is now in order. So we'll water everything, we'll soak it, we'll keep it as it is in veg. We'll just see what happens when I get back. So yeah, we'll soak them, we'll keep them on the same light cycle. I'm going to change this, we're going to put this into 18.6 and I'll leave it so at the 6 hours, pretty much from 2 in the afternoon till around 8, just because that's the hottest time of the day here. So it's better that during the hottest time of the day, these lights are off. That should give it an average temperature, balance it out around 20, 25, and then we won't have any big peaks while we're away. I'll probably keep that window open and then maybe keep the bedroom window open as well. Overall, we'll have a good bit of ventilation and I'll keep the humidifier just at the bottom of the stairs. So we'll see how it goes. That's that tent sorted. And the last tent. Now we just have this, which is sweet and manageable. I really don't mind. So I'll tidy this last little space up. Maybe we'll get the G-Wiz back in here, and then we'll use this for re-veg and for the auto flowers. But for now, we've made some space, so nothing's going to be crammed while we're away. And everything else is sorted. I think that's it for now. See how it goes. So we're back downstairs on the last mission. Just pulled out all of these plants. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plants in here. I was using this as a bit of insulation just to keep the roots warm, but overall it's kind of making it hard for space. But now looking at the temperature, Temperature sitting here now, it's 21. So the floor will probably be about 19, 20 or something. So that'll do. We're just gonna have to brave it because we don't have space. So these are going in with no insulation, back to back. One more in there, 1, 2, 3, 4. Stick that one at the back. The weird thing is, all of these PMZs, they're the ones that are looking the most efficient. So I don't know if there's something going on there with the PMZs. But maybe, for some reason, when I took those clones, maybe they were just extra hungry. But I don't know. But they're in there, that'll do. Deficient or whatever else. Don't have time to bring them back. But I will keep them in these small pots. And then when I get back from the trip away, we can repot them using the mix that we made with the worm castings. And that'll give them a good boost. But I'm not going to repot them all now just before I go away. I don't know what'll happen, so I'm just going to wait it out. We've got the clones backed up and we'll see what happens with these. So that's about it. This area is sorted. The big area upstairs is sorted. Bedroom's sorted. Now we just need to clean all this up and get myself sorted. Yes, so we are back at the main tent. Been a big day. There was a lot to do that actually. Hopefully them clones pull through and hopefully that we have, you know, a good success rate on those plugs. Never used them before. We'll see how they go. This area is sorted. The bedroom's sorted. We've got the downstairs sorted. And that's a bit of a wrap for me today, guys. So flying to Mexico tomorrow. Gone for 10 days. See how the plants are. I'll have a little bit of footage from a wedding. Hopefully have a nice time. We'll see how it goes. But this is a wrap for this one, guys. Joint endeavours. Peace out. Got a bag of Mexican swamp weed. Oh, Mexican swamp weed. Mexican hydroponic. It's proper hazy. I call it a heart attack haze, lads. Like, I'm not even joking. That is some serious sativa. So I blazed a fat joint last night and I couldn't even sit straight for 3 hours. The sativa is absolutely power on it. So that's the first hookup we found, boys. The Mexican Buddha. Check the view. Oh yeah.